Having lived with the Leapmotor C10 for a little bit, I can share some of the quirks and the struggles of this vehicle. So what are my pet peeves? What are the things that I'm really struggling with? In the previous video, you saw that I pointed out a lot of the positive things and I was gushing and glowing about how good the Leapmotor C10 is. And generally, I really believe that to be the case. It's incredible value for money and overall a really excellent car. But there are a few things that just aren't quite right for me. So let's start off with the seating position for the driver. Now, I'm about 5'11", 178, 179 centimeters there or thereabouts. And I've got a 32-inch leg, so I am a very average male human being in size. And I can't quite get it right. I find the seats very comfortable and they don't have a huge amount of adjustment, but it's enough adjustment for me to get the seat in a place where my legs are in a comfortable position in relation to the pedals. Now, this is where I struggle. The steering wheel here has the rake adjustment and reach adjustment, but even with it fully out, it's still a bit far for me to use my elbow here on the armrest and also hands firmly on the steering wheel. It's more like fingertip driving. And it's a similar story for the armrest on the other side. I do applaud Leapmotor for having the center armrest and the door armrest at the same height. It's amazing how many car manufacturers can't get that right. So you are at least resting your elbows without being twisted, but I like to rest my elbow and have a firm grip of the steering wheel, and I can't quite do that. Now, of course, it wouldn't be a complaint video without complaining about the lack of physical buttons. I just like the simple way that it's done in our MG5, the simple controls, heated seats, everything else. Putting it all in a touchscreen, not my preference. Very much mimics what Tesla do as well with their air vents. It all works very much in that sort of similar vein. The touchscreen works well, it's responsive, but ultimately you cannot beat physical buttons. The next thing that has to be on the complaint list is the voice commands and the voice assistant. Let me try one as a demonstration. Instead of saying the wake up command that you can turn on, you could just press this button up here.
I'm coming.
Open the driver's window.
Okay, window at driver's side opened.
Close the driver's window.
Okay, window at driver's side closed.
Turn on the driver's heated seat. Heated seat?
Sorry, I didn't understand. Please put it in another way.
Seat heaters.
Sorry, I didn't understand. Please put it in another way.
Driver's
Sorry,
seat heater.
I didn't understand. Please put it in.
Turn on the driver's heated seat. Turn on the right heated seat. Right heated seat.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Right, and at that point, it gives up and turns off. Now, the interesting thing is, it's always very good at opening and closing windows. It can do that perfectly. But guess what? I've got physical buttons for that anyway. So I don't need the voice assistant to be good at opening and closing windows. Whereas the heated seat, whilst you're driving, that's a little bit of a stretch for a right-hand drive car. To get over there and then mess with your heated seat on and off. And then it's also, because it goes through the levels, you turn it on to full and then you're burning away and then you're trying to turn it down and you're like, oh, click, click, click. And whilst you're driving, hassle. Hopefully with a software update, we get a big improvement.
Here.
Sunshade blind.
Okay, sunshade closed.
Which is excellent because once again, I've got a button for that.
And you can call me if you need me.
Yes.
I can't understand what you said.
Yeah, I can tell. I know that you don't understand me. Right, looking a bit more gloomy in here now.
I can't understand what you said.
Open the sunshade.
I can't understand what you said. Okay, sunshade opened.
Change the temperature to 21 degrees.
Okay, driver's seat temperature adjusted.
So it did change the air temperature to 21 degrees, but the assistant told me that it had changed the driver's seat to 21 degrees. So let's have a look. Did it just... Yeah, and it changed 21 degrees on both sides of the car, and it didn't turn on the heated seats. So let's try again.
Here.
Change the temperature to 19 degrees.
Okay, driver's seat temperature adjusted.
It's a strange way to phrase that.
Sorry, here.
Driver's ventilated seat.
The map is not open. Please reload the map and try again.
Oh, I didn't realise that was where we were going. Okay, so what about the mapping function? On the whole, it seems to work okay. You can tap on here. It shows us the current EV range, which we're down like 25-30%. You can see the area that I can reach. Okay, fine. Great little novelty. Click return. Let's click on here. For example, we put London Heathrow Airport and listen to the voice on this.
Please observe the applicable traffic regulations. Make a U-turn.
The voice used, the text to voice speech thing is very much from a 20-year-old TomTom stick on your windshield sat nav. Otherwise, I do find it actually works really well. So far, I found the mapping has been good. The lane assist function is very good. The bonus with using the inbuilt car one is that it does show here on the right-hand side. You can toggle between your media and then the trip computer and your sat-nav display. So that stuff is not a massive complaint. It's just
250 yards, turn right onto Manor House Avenue.
Thank you very much. Yes. Yeah, you can see it's definitely a bit old school. Now, what on earth were they thinking with the tailgate release here? Because this little button with this tiny little white line in it looks like it should be illuminated. That's what you think when you look at this in the daytime. But when you're here at night, you've got this bright red bar that is just absolutely blinding you, and you cannot find or feel this button for the life of you. You have to get the torch out on your phone to tap the button and open the tailgate. Seems like a bit of an oversight to me. Maybe I'll get used to it, maybe. Okay, another hangover from being a Chinese car. It's got one of these giant Chinese number plate plinths on it. You see how big the overhang is? I think it would be far neater if these were taken off European cars and the plate was just straight into the bumper there. Maybe that's something we'll do. If we unscrew this, we'll see how easy that is, and potentially that might live underneath the boot floor for the next couple of years, and we can always pop it on before it goes back. This is just like the touchscreen. This is a complaint of all modern cars. This camera gets very dirty down here. There are better ways to hide rear view cameras so that they don't get so dirty. There's no light in the charging flap. Minor issue, but would be nice. Whack a little LED in here would be very helpful at night. Now, to most people, this would be a very big car. The boot is surprisingly, disappointingly small considering the size of the vehicle. And that's because they have chosen, in the Chinese way, to prioritise rear passenger space over boot space. And whilst you have loads and loads of leg room, even with the seats that come back, the driver's seat automatically comes back as that kind of easy entry every single time. This is really unnecessary for me to be able to stack so many hands between me and the chair in front, which is also in a very far back position. This car has got leg room for days, but What you get in legroom, you sacrifice in boot room. The rear seats do recline, so you can have them in a more upright position or recline them. But the adjustment is very small. It's not a huge difference between fully back and fully up. And I would have much preferred to have the rear bench seat be in some way sliding, which would be excellent and which would allow us to reclaim some of that boot space as we see fit. If we could move this rear bench seat 4 inches forward, it will be much, much more practical for family use. What do you think of this angle of the car? Is that the most awkward angle where they've copied a Kia Soul EV or a Smart #1 or some little bits of Range Rover influence? Not quite sure. And how come the front bumper plinth is a lot more neat and tidy and not so oversized? Okay, I saved my best till last. I really do not like the adaptive cruise control on modern vehicles. It's too abrupt. It's trying to keep you precisely the same millimeter from the car in front, and the cars in front are not that smooth, and people cut in front of you and all these other things, and the vehicles do not accommodate nicely for that, and it ends up becoming not a smooth drive at all. Now, this must be one of the worst calibrations of adaptive cruise control I've driven in years and years and years. And in fact, it actually reminds me of the first vehicle I ever drove with adaptive cruise control, which was a 2001 Mercedes S-Class, a very primitive system, that system was designed over 25 years ago now, using radar, not using any cameras or anything like that. And it was very much an on and off switch. And if someone pulled in front of you, you knew about it. This one, when we engage active cruise control, or some manufacturers refer to it as adaptive cruise control, active cruise control, all those kind of things. But the biggest problem I have with it is that I think it is using the friction brakes. When I was coming down the M3, going down the hills near Winchester, if there were no vehicle in front of me, then I could see on the display that it was actually using some regen. It shows you up here in the top hand corner while we're driving. Yeah, so you can see on this display, when it's using power, the bar swings this way, and when it's regen, the bar swings that way. So you get green and you get orange over here. So I could see when there was no vehicle in front of me that it was using regen. But then if a vehicle happened to pull in front of me in my lane, instead of trying to gently create the same gap that I had before, I wouldn't see any regen over here, but I would feel a braking motion. I can only surmise that it must be using the friction brakes. It does appear to be a little bit better. So you adjust the cruise control up and down by using this left wheel, and then you can go closer or further away by going left or right. And if you have this set at its furthest settings, the car is going to be absolutely beeping, bonging. It is going to be braking. It's going to be accelerating all the time because the range is so far away. And anything any car does on the motorway or dual carriageway is going to affect you. And it's very, very annoying. So my workaround was actually setting this to the closest possible setting. So it would try and ignore vehicles further away. And then I would dial the cruise control down so that I was a little bit slower than the cars in front. And I would just try and manually keep my distance. And actually, by me manually tweaking this up and down and up and down and up and down, seemed to produce a better experience overall. But yeah, I'm just not very fond of it. So that's my biggest bugbear. What are your annoyances with the Leapmotor C10? Let me know in the comments down below. I'll be interested to see, is it something that I've picked up on? Is it something that I haven't picked up on? And lots of people have different preferences. So maybe one of the things that I've suggested here as an annoyance does not annoy you at all. Okay, quick bonus one before I go. It's annoying trying to explain, what is a Leapmotor? What is this car? What's that car you're driving? What is a Leapmotor? I guess there's nothing you can do about that, is there? Thank you for watching. Like and comment and subscribe, and then you will see more of this kind of content. Goodbye.